Aabangan, mas pinalakas na puwersa sa radyo, rinig na rinig at malinaw na mapapanood on-air at online. Saan man may Pilipino, sa buong bansa, sa buong mundo. Ito ang True FM sa 105.9. Dito tayo sa totoo. Simulcast sa True TV sa Signal Channel 19.
Power and play with Noli, Eala. Power and play with Noli, Eala.
Sa kapwa ko Pilipino, ipagmalaki ang galing na meron tayo. Ilantad ang likas nating talento at magdala ng saya sa mundo. Sa harap ng pagsubok ay di susuko, para sa pangarap tayo'y porsigido. Magpakitang gilas na magpapatalo, ipagdiwang natin ng Pilipino. Yan ang Pinoy. Mula noon at hanggang ngayon, talento natin ang bida. Mula sa simpleng bakuran hanggang entablado natin ipakita. May pagsubok man ng Pinoy, pinalalakas ng saya. San man tayo sa pulot, sumbe, sibay, lakay, amiga. Sama-samang pakita ang galing nating katropa. Sa kapwa ko Pilipino.
Power and play is presented by Cherry Loom, ang yerong may aluminum. Cherry Tigo, there's more to our cars. Joyride, ang bago ninyong kasundo.
Halina't makinig, talakayin natin ang laro. Gusto mo, pag-usapan natin, ibida ang hilig ng bawat Pilipino na merong taglay na galing. Bangon na, power and play na, bangon na. Power and play. Bangon na, power and play na, bangon na. Pilipinas tayo na, bangon na. Power and play na, bangon na. Bangon na. Bangon na. Power and play na, bangon na.
Carlos Eala with 2 gold medals.
Power and play with Noli, Eala.
Ang mga pagbabago sa bagong taon, yan po ang ating tututukan ngayong Happy New Year. Uy, bango na! Happy New Year na! Magandang umaga po sa inyo lahat mga kapatid. Nagbabalik po ng live dito sa aming TV5 Media Center sa 1PH Studios. Ang inyo pong Power and Play. At sa inyo of course ng ating mga kaibigan Cherry Loom, Cherry Tigo at ng Joyride. Kamusta po kayong lahat? Nako na-miss po namin kayo. Dahil bagamat 11 days na nakakaraan, ang bilis ng panahon, 11 araw na naman na nakalipas sa Enero. Kami po ay bumabati pa lang ng isang manigong bagong taon po sa inyong lahat. Alam niyo po, last week medyo tayo tinamaan ng sakit at ng trangkaso mula po sa ating maikling paglalakbay. Siguro talaga yung tindi ng lamig at saka yung pagod na rin umabot po sa atin. Kaya hindi po kami nakabati ng live sa inyo last week. Pero ngayong linggo po ito, kami po'y tumuntuwa na makasama kayo muli sa Power and Play. Ang inyong pong paboritong kasalo tuwing Sabado na nasa ikapitong taon na po namin at tuloy-tuloy po ang pagbibigay ng impormasyon, ng balita and of course talakayan pagdating sa mundo ng palakasan. And we promise 2025 will be even bigger this year. And of course, hindi po kompleto ang aking umaga. Ang inyong umaga, kung hindi po natin kasama, tapos na po ang Christmas season, papunta na po tayo sa summer season. Pero ito pong mamang ito, narito lagi, everyday, si Jera season. Magandang umaga, partner!
Good morning, partner! Good morning sa lahat ng mga nanonood at nakikinig sa Power and Play. Katulad nga ng sabi ng aking partner na medyo huli ang ating pagbate. Huli man ang dating, huli pa rin. Alam nyo, maganda itong we are looking forward to a better Philippine Sports, no? Development natin, at marami tayong pag-uusapan ngayong araw na to kung ano ang mga dapat tutukan natin sa 2025.
Siyempre, good news muna tayo, partner.
Yeah.
Saka na natin talakayin yung mga lumalabas po mga bali-balita na minsan ay nakakasuya. Pero siyempre, simulan po natin ang ating taon sa pamamagitan ng paghimay lamang ng mga parating na mga laro. And of course, yung mga pagbabagong nababalitaan na po natin sa ating kapaligiran, no? Lalong-lalo na sa Philippine Sports. So, mamaya po ating mga kasama ay ang presidente ng Philippine Rowing Association na, of course, kakamustahin po natin ang development sa Philippine Rowing. At the same time, ay balita natin, siya po involved doon sa pag-develop ngayon ng Clark... Camp John Hay sa Baguio. No? Si Ginoong Pato Gregorio, mamaya po sa ating second hour ating mga kasama. Makakasama rin po natin ang dating team captain ng Filipinas na matagal pong nagsilbi sa Philippine Women's Football bilang isa sa mga nagdala sa atin dun sa karangalan sa World Cup. Si Tahnai Annis ang ating pong mga kasama, ex-team captain na nagretiro na, partner. At of course, kakamustahin po natin ang Philippine Women's Football. And of course, later on, yung ating po mga kaibigan, nahihimayin ang Philippine Sports. Si Sid Ventura, si Seb Sarmenta, si Luisa Morales, at si John Mark Garcia. Makakasama natin lahat sila sa ating first hour. Pero alam mo, partner, sabi mo nga, napakaganda nung ating pagtatapos ng 2024. Ano kaya ang impact nito pagdating sa 2025? Ayan po ang ating pag-uusapan ngayon. Pero by the way, before anything else, mag-ingat po tayo sa mga nagkakasakit ngayon, partner. Talagang iba eh. I'd like to say hello to my nanay, to inay, na ngayon ay nasa UST Hospital, kasama po ng aking mga kapatid na nanonood sa atin ngayon, na ang inay ko po ay medyo ganun po, na tamaan ng sakit. Kaya pagpagaling ka, nay, at kakain tayo sa labas. Lagi sinasabi, kailan ba tayo kakain sa labas?
Mami, pagaling kayo, alam nyo naman, maski na ilang taon na ba si...
Magno-91 na.
Pero malakas pa. At konting lang yan, konting pahinga at konting gamot. Ayos na.
Kaya nga. Kaya po, mag-ingat po tayo. Pero alam mo, partner, yung ating kalusugan, yan ang isa sa mga resolutions na dapat sa 2025. Ikaw ba, ano bang top New Year's resolution mo? Yan, partner.
Get back in shape.
Yeah.
Dahil sa totoo lang, aminado ako, nung end of 2024, siguro mga 4 months na medyo nag-slip sliding away ako sa aking pag-exercise. No? Kaya ang New Year's resolution ko, balik uli ako para ayusin ang aking katawan, kumain ng maayos, at para...
Hindi na tayo bumabata
Hindi na tayo bumabata.
Ano ba naman yung 53, magiging 54 na tayo? Ano ba naman yun? At saka,
yan ang reaction ko.
Yeah. Tama yan, yan ang una. Health is wealth sa 2025. Then, of course, yung pong mga, alam mo, isang resolution ko, yung mga importanteng kailangan gawin agad.
Yeah.
Kasi hindi natin alam ang panahon. Napakabilis, kagaya ng sinasabi natin. Halos kalahating buwan na naman tayo tapos dito sa Enero. Parang kakasimula pa lang nung Enero.
Di ba?
Kaya napakabilis po ng mga araw. Kaya wag tayong masyadong pakampante na magagawa naman natin lahat ng ating pwedeng gawin. Siya nga pala, gusto ko rin pong kamustahin lahat po ng ating mga suki sa 1PH on Signal TV, sa sa 105.9 True FM, and of course sa True TV Network, and of course sa FB Live. Lahat po ng mga nanonood sa atin, kasama na rin ang ating Sunday replay sa RPTV. At yung mga nanonood sa atin sa NAIA Airport, sa mga terminal po ng NAIA, binabati po namin kayong lahat. Magandang umaga sa inyo.
Magandang biyahe po sa inyong lahat.
Sana hindi kayo nagsisiksikan dyan. Pero napakaganda na nagawa ng San Miguel.
Saludo tayo dyan.
Napakaganda na po. Of course, patuloy po ang pag-i-improve dyan sa NAIA Terminal 123. Pero again, binabati po natin yung mga nanonood sa atin. Ewan ko kung may volume yun. May volume ba yun? Kasi minsan sa airport, di ba? Minsan wala namang volume, nakikita mo lang eh. Kaya sana meron tayo ditong caption, di ba?
May subtitle.
Oo, subtitle.
Para sa Netflix.
Oy, talking about San Miguel and NNIC, gusto ko pong batiin ng advance happy birthday si Boss RSA.
Uy,
Bossing.
Advance
Happy birthday, boss. Paano naman kami ni Jera, boss?
Ano ba naman ang mga produkto San Miguel na ipadala dito? Wala yun.
Advance happy birthday, Boss RSA. You are, of course, a big blessing para sa ating bansa. Sa lahat po ng naitutulong nyo, naiambag nyo, alam ko kung gaano nyo kamahal ang Pilipinas. Kaya ako po'y saludo sa inyo at again, pinagdarasal po namin ang inyong kalusugan. Happy birthday, Boss RSA.
Happy birthday, RSA.
Alright. At this point, mga kapatid, simulan na natin ang ating talakayan. Patungkol po sa ating mga pag-uusapan sa hinaharap ng sports sa 2025. So what's the score? New Year, new wishes para sa Philippine Sports. Puno ng tagumpay at inspirasyon na nagdaang taong 2024. Isa na nga riyan ang makasaysayang 2 gold medal win ng ating Golden Boy na si Kaloy Yulo sa Paris Olympics 2024. Ngayong 2025, ano-ano ang dapat nating abangan? At dahil bagong taon, ano-ano ang wish natin para sa mga paborito nating team at mga atleta? Yan ang pag-usapan natin. So what's the score? And of course, ang ating pong talakayan ay looking forward. Yeah. Although napakaganda pag nagbalik tanaw tayo, partner, ang sarap pa rin ng pakiramdam.
Talagang nagdiwang ang sambayanan noong 2024 sa mga achievements ng ating mga Filipino athletes.
Hanggang kaduluduluhan eh.
Yes.
Merong successes ang ating mga atleta, yung ating Filipinas, yung pagkapanalo nila after 52 years kontra ng Thailand. Nakakuha tayo ng panalo doon po sa Mitsubishi, yung qualifying. Talaga namang nakakatuwa ang mga nangyari po noong 2024. But what are we looking forward to? Ano po ba ang ating inaasahan? At para po samahan tayo sa talakayan ngayong umaga, mga batikan na sports personalities na nagdadala sa inyo po ng balita ang ating makakasama. Unang-una po ang aking kaibigan and of course a veteran sports broadcaster na nag-cover kay Kaloy Yulo, yung pong boses niya.
Siya
ang
yun!
Nagdala ng balita ng double gold medal para sa Pilipinas. Walang iba kundi si partner Sarmenta and of course ang ating pong suki, si Ventura. Na lagi natin pong maasahan. Magandang umaga, gentlemen. Thank you for joining us sa What's the Score. Seb, kumusta ka? Happy New Year.
Hello.
Yes.
Good morning, Seb.
Lahat sa inyo. Sid, good morning.
Sid.
Morning, Sid.
Manigong bagong taon, Sid.
Manigong bagong taon din sa inyo, Jera and Noli and of course, Sir Seb.
Yeah,
and sa viewers din.
At nakikita ko, Sid, yung traditional cup mo na Celtics, nandiyan pa rin, kumikikik pa rin,
Celtics pa rin.
Here rin tayo eh.
Ha? Although nung isang araw, yung heavyweight match ng Celtics at saka ng ano pala yung Cavs at saka ng OKC. Iba pala yung napanood ko. Alright, let's begin, gentlemen. Again, we're looking forward dito sa 2025. But of course, before we do that, I want to ask Seb because siya mismo ang nandun, naramdaman niya yung pagkapanalo, double gold medal ni Kaloy Yulo. And after that Olympic success ni Kaloy, Seb, and of course, the Gilas victories last year, yung hanggang dulo, yung Philippine Askals, nag-ambag pa ng katuwaan para sa ating mga sports fans. Ano sa tingin mo ang estado ng Philippine sports ngayon, Seb? Where is Philippine sports?
Where are we now?
As we begin 2025?
In a nutshell, it's nice to know that sports outside of our favorites, basketball and volleyball, are getting the attention because this is a generational era. Sports greats in gymnastics. Who would have thought gymnastics, weightlifting, EJ Obiena as well. Si EJ coming soon yan, puputok yan. He'll have one last run siguro sa Olympics. So it's nice to know that there are sports wherein we don't traditionally do well. There are talents that are there that are providing the glory and the reason to cheer for people and to understand these sports We didn't understand weightlifting,
Oo.
the high jump. Neither did I understand gymnastics completely until I prepared for it with my analysts and for Yulo. So I got a deeper understanding of the sport, and that's good also for us who work in sports. Mas naintindihan natin yung mga ibang sports as well.
Yeah, actually, Sev, I remember when you were covering the competition of dun sa weightlifting, di ba? Talagang tinatanong mo nagkakaroon talaga yan ng strategy.
Yes.
Hindi talaga lakas at buhat lang
Oo.
Kaya it's very nice and very informative for us Filipinos tungkol sa mga iba pang sports.
I think lalo na nung nanalo si Heidelin sa
Yeah.
Tokyo 2020-21, all she needed was 1 kilogram and that did it.
Yeah.
She didn't have to overexert herself.
Correct.
And she surprised everybody and won our first gold medal.
Yeah.
Sid, I want to ask you, and I want to follow up this, kasi may binanggit si Seb about generational talents, no? EJ, Kaloy, Heidelin, all, and of course our boxers, no? Ito ba sa tingin mo at this time, tayo ba'y maswerte lamang na meron tayong ganong klaseng talento, generational, o ito'y bunga na ng programa sa tingin mo?
I think a little bit of both.
Yeah.
But more so na I think maganda na yung mga programa ngayon. Like, hindi na lalayo sa sinabi ni Sir Seb, may concentration na sa other sports ngayon aside from basketball. So that's already produced the likes of sina EJ and sina Carlos Yulo and the boxers, of course. So yeah, I think it's a sign that our sports leaders are on the right track. And hopefully, tuloy-tuloy na rin ito. No? Hopefully, LA, mag-3 golds naman tayo.
Wow.
Wow.
Magandang magbungang anghel ka na. Diba? Pero ako if you're asking me, sa akin ang opinion ko sis,
Yeah.
maswerte talaga tayo that we have these athletes, partner, na talagang above everyone else, cut above everyone else, no? Kasi I still want to see a continuous program na very successful. When you talk, halimbawa, pag pinag-usapan mo Japan, alam mo yung Japan gymnastics lagong lumalaban yun Tuloy-tuloy lang ang kanilang they always produce different athletes, no? And it's not just one athlete. Sev, is that something that you wish you could see, and do you see already the fine print toward in 2025 ng ganyan yung parang boksingero natin. Ang boxing natin tuloy-tuloy ang mga boksingero na napoproduce natin.
As long as we have businessmen and decision makers who are interested in helping sport, like MVP for instance, I wish others would participate as well and make it part of their corporate social responsibility. Si MVP kasi mahilig talaga sa sports I mean, he plays badminton and he's concerned. Ang view ni MVP kasi that the Filipino is a player in the global sports landscape. Kaya pinilit na kinuha natin yung World Basketball. Dalawang beses tayo nagbid yan. Second time, nakuha na natin. He believes that the Filipino is a global competitor. Not only in sports, eventually, kasi global ang view ni MVP. Program, as long as may pera, and if the PSC continues to... pera ang solution kasi pera. You need nutrition, you need to travel abroad to compete, you need coaches. So money is a factor, and all of our great talents that are here all went through something difficult. Hindi automatic dahil sa programa yan. Heidelin went through times in Malaysia wala siyang pera.
Yeah.
EJ had these problems. Carlos Yulo also struggled during his training. So a program is good as long as there are finances. Let's just be practical about it.
Tama yun.
And if I may add, Seb Sid and partner, I believe ang UAAP and NCAA is also looking into building gymnastics
Infrastructure naman.
Diyan din yung mga negosyanteng tumutulong sa teams ng basketball
Tama.
Now, kung matuloy yan, sana, at least, di ba, it's a good start for gymnastics. For grassroots development.
Kasi naman, yung mga kinukuha nila para sa cheer dance, mga gymnast yan. sa palarong
Tama.
pambansa.
Di ba?
Ang mga kinukuha ng NU, UST, at ibang eskwelahan, hindi ko alam yung ibang eskwelahan, mga gymnast na yan. So if they go directly, kasi ang cheer dance, one shot, one time, big time, di ba?
Yeah.
Kaso, to have gymnastics in the UA and NC requires a lot of facilities to be built in the schools.
Yeah.
Di ba? Hindi naman magte-training sabay-sabay yan sa gymnastics.
Dito sa may Intramuros.
Sa may Intramuros. So, there are a lot of things to be worked out. But you don't have to do all the events. You don't have to do all the events.
Pwede mamili.
Mamili lang.
2 or 3 basics lang, like the floor exercise.
Tama yun.
Diba? Balance beam. At saka yung vault, okay, yes and no. Depende, you don't have to do the whole program.
Parang parang yung biyahe ko sa Japan, hindi ang isang restaurant sa Japan hindi naman one shot deal, andun lahat 'di ba? Adobo, kare-kare lahat andun, 'di ba? Sila kung ramen lang 'di ba? Kaya masarap talagang nagko-concentrate
Tama si Seb, no? Baby steps kung saan tayo magaling at kayang pwedeng magbigay ng facility katulad ng floor exercise. Diba?
Doon tayo muna pumunta.
Doon muna tayo pumunta.
Sid, I wanna ask you about, as we look forward, ano ba ang dapat abangan ng mga fans natin in 2025 na sa tingin mo, will push further the challenges as well as maybe the victories para sa ating national athletes muna?
Unang-una, I think, nag-umpisa na ito ng 2024, pero I think we will see the continued emergence of new Philippine sporting heroes. Nag-umpisa na nga yan last year, and this year, tingin ko, abangan natin yung the athletes who are in their late teens, early 20s, who are making names for themselves, and hopefully will continue making names for themselves 2025. Rian Maliksi, our phenom of a golfer, and then yung chess wizard natin na newly minted grandmaster si Daniel Quezon, and then nakita nga natin sa ASCAR si Sandro Reyes, emerged as a really gifted player. Sila ni Bjorn Christensen, and then of course yung niece niya si Alice Eala will still be there. Naomi Panganiban ng Gilas Women, she was just awesome nung FIBA Women's Under 18, and then our table tennis player Keith Ryan Cruz, who's been killing it sa world circuit. So yung mga players na yan, mga late teens lang sila, early 20s, but they're already stamping their class internationally. So nakikita ko yan, magko-continue na yun. Nandiyan pa rin sina EJ, sina Kaloy, but we have a new batch of Filipino athletes who are coming up, and I'm really excited to see that come to fruition in 2025.
And of course, all of our basketball players na mga bata are also coming up. We got a lot of nice names coming out of collegiate basketball. Plus, of course, yung mga nasa pool na ng Gilas.
Ako lang, it just entered my mind right now, no? Dahil kumbaga, I think the four of us, all of us, we were a witness to the renaissance of sports during the time of Gintong Alay.
Gintong Alay,
diba? Kumbaga, aside from yung mga traditional sports, sikat na sikat tayo sa track and field, di ba?
That's right.
Sikat na sikat tayo sa cycling. Meron pa tayong velodrome.
Yes.
Anong mga sports disciplines kaya ang pwede nating ma-revive for 2025 onwards? Aside from itong gymnastics, di ba? Sev, Sid, what are your takes here?
Una ko, cycling. Sayang yung velodrome sa Amoranto.
Nandun pa ba, Zev?
Wala na.
Tinanggal na. Pero ang alam ko dyan is that they will build one. Pinangako yata ng Quezon City government to the Cycling Association.
Yeah, but sana maumpisahan na yan, di ba?
Well, cycling is it. Excuse me. Because kita mo naman pag Sunday, ang daming siklista, both leisure cyclists as well as competitive cyclists.
Yeah.
So, I think that's the place. When I work with Phil Liggett, yung nag-cover ng Tour de France, sabi niya, the Filipino is a naturally gifted cyclist. He just has to use this a little more. Kasi yung diskarte, lalo na yung kukompete ka. Yun, cyclist. I mean, there was a time Cornelio Padilla was in the Olympics.
Yeah.
Long time ago. So, that's one. At saka ang daming medals sa cycling.
That's right.
Tapos, some other sports, like martial arts, Alam mo, next natin targetin dapat talaga yung shooting at saka fencing. Isang katerbang medalya yan.
Oo, tama. Sid, what about you? Ano ang tingin mo mga sports that can get back to prominence?
Yeah.
Cycling din kasi ako eh. I was, naunahan lang ni Sir Sib because, I grew up...
What about
during
swimming,
the
Sid?
day of-
What about swimming? Alam natin nung araw, ang swimmers natin eh. Although, matagal na tayo hindi nagme-medal sa Olympics sa swimming, no? We had one way a long time ago. But
Pero we lorded it over sa
at least in Southeast Asia, in Asia, pero nawala na swimming eh.
Well, yes. Kasi alam naman natin, di ba, medyo nagkagulo doon sa NSA, no? Ang swimming. So, there was some turmoil there. Pero sana maayos na nila yon. And I remember yung mga panahon ni na Billy Wilson, gold medalist ng Asian Games and New Delhi Asian Games, product also of Gintong Alay yon. So, and sino pa ba?
Ako nga, I remember the name eh. Hairula.
Hairula.
I mean, this is from Mindanao, di ba? O, di ba? I mean, I'll never forget that name. Hairula.
From the past.
Ano,
yun.
Sep?
Pero ako yung cycling din na-mention kasi I grew up during the heyday of the Marlboro Tour.
Di ba?
Diba? Sina Jacinto Sicam,
Yes.
sina Romeo Bonso, diba? And everyone watched that. That was the number one summer spectacle
Marlboro Tour.
early 80s, mid 80s, diba? Napangan natin lahat yan eh.
Yes.
Although may mga na ngayon, ibang tours na rin ngayon na revive, mga Ronda Pilipinas, ganyan. Sana
Pero parang kulang
mas
ng kulang
pansin.
ng push, kulang ng support no?
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Well, let's go to pro sports, gentlemen. Alam naman natin yun, that is the national athletes that we're looking forward to. Of course, next year mga kapatid, there are 2 world championships na tayo i-host ang Pilipinas, no? The FIVB Men's Volleyball World Championship in September at yung FIFA Futsal Women's World Cup in November. So again, very prominent din Seb ang Pilipinas pagdating ngayon sa hosting after of course the FIBA World Cup hosting. But let's go to pro sports, Sev. What do you want to see from leagues like the PBA, PVL, football, and even boxing for that matter?
I'll do the volleyball part. Yung World Championship na dadating sa atin, mahirap yung grupo na napasukan natin. These are teams that are such a high level. But it's nice that we can host it. 1, to prove that we are international hosts. 2, to see where the game is sa men's. The women's game is so popular. But this time, the men will get, although we do often the spikers turf, no, it's not well watched as like the women, no, not as popular. But with the FIVB, yung sa men's, makikita natin yung quality na laro. Of course, when the VNL comes over, the fans go gaga, especially over the Japanese team, ano. But we'll see other teams at such a high level. And I think this will also inspire. Alam mo, just quickly about those athletes we talked about. Alam mo, nagawa ni EJ, ni Kaloy, at ni Heidelin, at nung iba, is to inspire the next generation of athletes.
Agree.
If we can talk about programs and finances and the rest of that, no, but the inspiration that these guys provided is going to be the fuel that will produce the next goal, this continuing golden era of sports in the Philippines.
Oh. Well, Sid, ikaw, what are you hoping to look to see with the pro sports naman, that area of sports in the Philippines?
Ako yung PBA, hopefully, maraming challenges sa PBA ngayon. Hopefully the crowd comes back and we get more competitive games. And for the PBA, a very good hosting of their 50th anniversary.
Yeah.
Dapat
That's right.
planuhin. Sa totoo
Yes.
lang.
Dapat planuhin nilang mabuti yan.
Mabuti yan.
Diba? Sana makauwi lahat ng mga ating retired PBA stars or based abroad,
That would be nice.
and they give a proper nod to the past, and then for the other sports, like for boxing, more title fights sana for the Filipino fighters. I wouldn't say dark ages ngayon ang boxing natin, pero tapos na ating golden age. Wala na sina Pacquiao, Donaire, Nietes. They've all either retired or are inactive. Dalawa lang ang ating ngayon,
World champion.
World champions sa strawweight division. So sana dati 10 years ago madami, multiple champions tayo in multiple weight classes.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that the promoters help our our young boxers, get title shots, and for more boxing talents to emerge professionally.
I totally agree with both of them.
And of course, we're hoping that supportahan ang mga young athletes natin in 2025. Before I let you go, and we're running out of time here, if there are any changes that you want to see in 2025 in Philippine sports, what would that be for you, Sev?
More sports being supported by our dear sponsors, not just basketball and volleyball. I know it's the best advertising outlet is to do the popular. It's the CPM. It's the by numbers, but we do need help in other sports that can be as popular. Maybe not just as popular and direction, but the supportan. That's why government, business, academe, and the private sector, we should all work together. Other countries do that. Tayo kasi we feel, other countries we feel, we feel it's just should be government, just the PSC, the POC. Hindi ganon We should all work together to be able to come up not just with programs, but with opportunities.
That's right. Sid, changes that you want to see in 2025?
Changes, siguro, more coverage lang for other sports.
Other sports, okay.
In the media. Kasi alam ko sports rights are very expensive nowadays. Pero I would love kasi to see, for example, your niece Alex Eala play when she's abroad. Same with sina Bianca Pagtanganan on the LPGA tour, and very soon si Rian Maliksi. Yung mga ganon.
More coverage.
Shine spotlight to the other athletes. Lalo na those who are toiling abroad, because what they're doing is not easy talaga. They're sacrificing a lot, and I think they deserve our support, and we deserve to see them in action and be able to cheer for them live. Yun ang pinaka-biggest wish for 2025.
It's a lonely journey for all of them, lalong-lalo na pag nasa labas ka ng bansa.
Diba?
Mabutit marami tayong Filipino fans. Well, of course, ang isang bagay na hindi natin masyado na-touch but na dapat tutukan in 2025 is the PSC and yung NSDF fund. Yung nakuha nating desisyon mula sa Supreme Court na nagdagdag ng pondo na itinama ang funding source para sa PSC. I think that's something that media should be really taking a look at. Maybe i-focus natin dahil ang laking pondo nun at talagang kung magagamit ng tama, partner, maraming makikinabang doon sa perang yon. I think that
PSC should also push to get that money.
To get that money. Dahil pinaghirapang mabuti yan and sumang-ayon ng Supreme Court, sayang naman yung pondong yan. Alright, well, gentlemen, maraming salamat for giving us a brief outlook on 2025. Exciting as always, but we certainly look forward to many more heroes being produced not only in the fields and in the battlegrounds, but also in the way the sports media is covering them. Maraming salamat sa inyo, Sev and Sid, for joining us today.
Thank you very much, Sev and Sid.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Mga kaibigan, Sev Sarmenta, ang veteranong sportscaster, and of course, Sid Ventura, ang editor-in-chief ng The Game Magazine. Again, ang dami natin tututukan, partner.
Oo.
Nakakatuwa.
Ang gandang yung napag-usapan natin kanina. Mas lalo na, yung na-highlight nga. Diba? Yung cycling Ano nangyari sa cycling?
Ano nangyari sa cycling?
Ang dami mo nakikita siklista, pero wala talagang organization or association na talagang china-channel towards competitive sports.
Ironically,
for international and local.
Ang presidente ng POC, ang presidente ng cycling. Kaya dapat, alam naman natin si Mayor Bambol, nakatutok dyan. Sana nga, mas marami pa tayong And of course, yung facilities ng cycling. Sana bumalik yung velodrome.
Natatanda ko yung velodrome na yun.
Napakaganda niyan. Napakaganda nung araw. Alright mga kapatid, tuloy-tuloy po tayo dito sa Power and Play. Bago tayo mag-break, isa muna pong paalala mula sa ating mga kaibigan sa Smart. Puso Pilipinas is a movement to celebrate the Filipino athlete powered by Smart. Follow them on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Get a chance to win exclusive Puso Pilipinas merch by sharing their Facebook page in your social media accounts with hashtag Puso Pilipinas. The Giga Life app is the latest mobile app from Smart that lets you discover and enjoy your passions with the different Giga promos. It can be downloaded and used by Smart Postpaid, Smart Prepaid, Bro Prepaid, and TNT subscribers via the Apple or Google Play Store. What can the Giga Life app do for me? Check your balance, monitor your current subscription, top up using debit, credit card, subscribe to the latest Giga promos, monitor your data consumption, auto-detect your mobile number when you are connected to Smart Network, one-tap subscription to the most popular offer, Giga Video 99. And of course, Power and Play is powered by Smart. Live more today! Sa amin pong pagbabalik, it's Cash or Bash time. Plus, iba pong mga bisita pa dito sa inyong paboritong Power and Play. Hatid sa inyo ng Cherry Loom, Cherry Tigo at ng Joyride. Ang oras po natin, 8:36 ng umaga.
I dare to dream big. To be a voice of my generation. To inspire resilience in the face of roadblocks. And in sharing my stories, I let others share in my passion.
Follow Kai Stories on Twitter and share yours. With Smart Double Giga Stories. Share 2 times the passion with 2 gigabytes for Twitter and more. Guaranteed every day, plus data for all sites.
Simple, smart ako.
True FM sa 105.9. Dito tayo sa totoo.
Pag in the mood for beach, time for Dunkin' Iced Spanish Latte.
Pag sweater weather, time for Dunkin' Brewed Coffee.
tayo sa totoo.
Power and Play with Noli, Eala.
Tuloy-tuloy po ang Power and Play at siyempre bago tayo magpatuloy, patuloy din po ngayong bagong taon ang pamimigay ng Joyride Philippines na mga premyo po dito sa Power and Play sa kanilang Top Up promo. Of course, again, tayo po ay namimigay ng 1,000 pesos JRPay wallet credits na inyong magagamit sa Joyride Delivery, MC Taxi, Joyride Cab, Joyride Car at ang Joyride Super Taxi. Again, very simple lang po. Download the latest version of the Joyride Super App. Kuha na ng screenshot ng app's home screen, kasama niyong pangalan, at ipadala po yung screenshot sa PNP FB page via private message. Isama niyo po ang inyong buong pangalan at registered mobile number para manalo ng 1,000 pesos JRPay wallet credits. And of course, kasama po dyan yung ating Joyride Limited Edition Aqua Flask. Same process lang po. Download the Joyride app. Tapos mag-book po ng taxi, car, or super taxi. At kumuha po ng creative picture kasama ng yung driver partner. Ipadala po yan sa aming FB page. At kami po ipipili ng mananalo ng Joyride Limited Edition Aqua Flask. Na padala nyo po yung picture kasama ang hashtag of the week. At ang hashtag of the week ngayong linggong ito ay hashtag kasundo sa biyahe. Mula po yan sa Joyride Super App. Alright. Siya nga pala, naimbag nga bigat kada kayo amin sa lahat po ng ating mga nanonood sa Norte, sa San Esteban, Ilocos Sur, dyan po sa Vigan, sa Lawag City, and of course sa Baguio City. Magandang umaga po sa inyo lahat, partner.
Maabig, kabwasan at sikay namin, ditan at Lingayen, Pangasinan. At gusto ko rin batiin ang aking mga batchmates sa Claret batch na karamihan sa kanila ay nanunood ng Power and Play.
Nako, syempre naman, ang daming
suporta
kagad kay partner Jera. Happy birthday nga pala kay Coach Charles Chu. Birthday ni Coach Charles ngayon. Kaya,
happy birthday, Coach.
At saka, birthday din. Chairman Dicky Bachman. Chairman. Paano naman kami? Siguro, merong handaan sa PSC, no? Mga tiga-PSC, Paano naman kami dito? Kahit padala lang ninyo yung paborito nyo diyang pansit. Diba? Ano ba naman yun?
Hindi naman kami mapili.
Happy birthday, Chairman Dicky.
Happy birthday, Chairman.
I hope you have a good year para sa PSC. Alam naman natin, very hardworking si Chairman Dicky. Alright, at this point, mga kapatid, tuloy-tuloy po tayo. Siyempre, cambio ng konti. And talakayin po natin ang mga issues sa Cash or Bash. At ang Cash or Bash ay hatid sa inyo ng Cherry Tigo. There's more to our cars. Hello nga pala sa lahat ng mga tiga Cherry Tigo. Si partner Romel Sitin, si Aina Salomon at lahat po ng kasama po natin sa UAAGI.
O nga pala, belated happy birthday kay Manong Jo Saldarriaga.
Naku, Manong Jo!
Jo, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
January 4. Hindi natin nabati dahil wala tayong
program. Manong Jo.
Belated happy birthday.
Sana lumiwanag din ang aming buhay, Manong Jo. Ngayong taon na to, may pangako ka kay partner Jera, Alright. Tingnan natin, ano pa to? Tinatanong nila producer Mike, wala ba daw voucher mula sa Meralco?
Dahil may libre kuryente, isaksak nyo lang yung daliri nyo sa...
Libre na yun.
Sa outlet. Makukuryente lang kayo. Joke.
Again, happy birthday. Joe Saldarriaga ng Meralco. Alright, kasama po natin ngayon. Alam naman natin dito sa Cash or Bash, mga topics po pag-usapan natin, mga memes na kung sang-ayon ng ating guest at kami, ay cash, at kung hindi naman sang-ayon ay bash ang sasabihin. At kasama po natin ngayong araw pong ito, walang iba kundi ang excuse me po, sports writer mula sa Spin.ph, ang ating kaibigan na si John Mark Garcia. JM, magandang umaga.
Good morning po, Noli, Sir Jera. Happy New Year po.
Happy New Year,
JM.
Kamusta ka? Medyo solo flight ka ngayon dahil si Luisa Morales inabutan. Medyo may inaasikaso pa siya kasama nung kanyang mother. Kaya akala niya aabot siya pero medyo nagpa-excuse. Kaya solo flight ka kayang-kaya mo naman, JM. Alam ko naman na Masayang kausap. How are you? Kamusta ang ano ba mga bagong assignments mo ngayong taon na kaagad tinututukan para sa Spin?
Excited po ako for this year. Lots of big events po. And nabanggit niyo nga po kanina yung Men's Volleyball World Championship po. One of the highlights of this year po. So, looking forward po focusing on volleyball po for the year. The PVL, the UAAP po next month. So, exciting din po yun. And yun nga po, the World Championship. So, big year ahead po.
Oo, very big year indeed. And mamaya ay marami pa tayo. Of course, ang PBA po, tinututukan pa rin natin. Alam mo, nakakatuwa ngayon sa PBA Commissioner's Cup, partner. Ang nasa app, taktok-tok, yung first 4 teams, puro mga non-conglomerate teams.
Yeah.
Isipin mo, well, of course, ang North Batang Pier, ito although kasama ng na associate sa SMC Group, still, ito yung non-traditional powerhouse ng PBA. And then you have Converge, Fiber Xers na pumapangalawa. Ang pumapangatlo, yung guest team na Hong Kong Eastern. At ang 4th place, Rain or Shine.
Exactly.
So it's really a nice thing to see na nagkakaroon ng, let's say, early competitive balance, partner.
At least, at saka na-highlight rin, nakikita yung mga players nila. Hindi lahat nakakonsentrate sa mga players ng Ginebra, players ng Meralco. Nakikita nila, umaangat na rin yung valor ng mga players nila.
Sana nga magtuloy-tuloy yan. But before we go to the Cash or Bash, JM, may isang malungkot na balitang nabasa ako tungkol kay Eric Ariola talking about Northport na ngayon ay nasa tuktok ng PBA. Ito ay patungkol sa isang naging brawl dyan sa NBTC between the De La Salle Sobel team na kung saan meron siyang anak at yung Arandia, parang maliit na eskwelahan to, Arandia College yata o school. What is the... meron ka ba nabalitaan dito about what happened? Plus, ano bang latest tungkol dito about possible sanctions not only by the NBTC but maybe even by the PBA? Because Eric Ariola, mga kapatid, ay isang governor ng PBA. Governor po yan ng PBA na nasali doon sa brawl o suntukan doon po sa NBTC. What is the latest for na nabalitaan mo, JM?
From what I've heard din po, nagsimula nga rin po because of an unsportsmanlike foul po late in the game. Na lamang po yung Lasal Zobel. So, with I think 1 minute left na lang din po in the game. So, medyo, siguro po for the involved parties, medyo unnecessary, excessive contact and all. And bilang nung game po na yun, so mostly high school players, yung mga parents din po siguro mas naging involved or nadala din po at the heat of the moment. Although yung naging behavior nga po siguro ni Governor Arrejola doon was a bit over the line na rin po. And po sa mga videos na medyo naging physical po talaga yung nangyari. And in terms po of developments po, the school po that Lasal face, Arandia, will file legal charges po. They are exploring po the legal action as well po as some of the parents po that were involved po. And on the PBA's end, they haven't released pa po anything or said anything about the situation. And nakapunta pa nga po sa Northport versus Ginebra game si Governor Arrejola. Pero for now po, in terms of sanctions, it will be on Arandia and the parents po who will really press po for charges dahil they think po na regardless po kung sino man yun, what happened was unacceptable and they will seek for accountability po for the incident.
Actually, JM, ang nakakalungkot kasi dahil mga high school players lang to
Oo nga.
'Di ba? I mean, kanyang mga ganyang edad because ako I used to be a player for our school when I was in high school. Siyempre, ibang utak ng mga batang yan pero susunod yan sa mga nakatatanda pagka nag-intervene agad 'Di ba? Hindi katulad kunyari college ka or Kaya the parents should have intervened para awatin rather than makipag-away.
Tama, rather than makisawsaw.
Rather than makisawsaw.
Napakapangit nung nakita natin mga litrato.
Ang barangay tournament.
And of course, yung stature ni Eric Arrejola bilang governor ng Northport, Ang PBA nga, yung away ni Amores, pinakialaman nila yon. Yung mga larong labas, pinapakialaman nila, sinasanction nila ang mga player nila. Pag may nababalita ang hindi magandang, even personal, na nangyayari, halimbawa, domestic violence, napapakialaman ng PBA. Hindi ko maintindihan bakit napakatahimik nila pagdating dito sa issue ni Eric Arreola. Na nakita po sa video at sa litrato na nasangkot dito. I'm not saying that he is at fault or that meron tayong nakikitang liability dito, but at least man lang wala man lang statement ng PBA tungkol sa mga pangyayaring ito. And I think that's something that they should point out na their rules apply to everybody, hindi lamang doon sa mga player.
Sacred cows.
No sacred cows. Na kayang-kaya lamang. So again, inaabangan po natin ito dahil hindi po magandang ehemplo. Yun ang sinasabi nga ni partner.
Para sa akin, high school yung tournament na yan.
Lalo na anak niya. Okay, sabihin na natin, alam naman niya yung basketball Ganun talaga ang basketball
diba?
Ika nga ni Jawo, kung ayaw mo masaktan, mag-chess ka na lang. Diba? Diba? So, again, that's something that we will be looking out for. Alright, JM, alam mo na ang drill dito. Walang tama, walang mali, bato-bato sa langit, tamaan, wag magagalit, at ang opinion mo lamang ang mahalaga. Let's begin with our first COB item of the morning. Pinag-usapan natin ng Northport. Kita mo naman, 7-1. Isa lang ang talo. Wow. And of course, yung kanilang pagkapanalo pa sa Barangay Ginebra, napakalaki. Sabi nga ni Coach Tim Cone, they are a real legit contender. So ang tanong, nasa taas ng PBA ranking ang Northport Batangpier sa pagbubukas ng 2025 Casio Bash. Aabot sa finals ng PBA Commissioner's Cup ang Northport. Jem, go!
Bash muna po ako para sa ngayon, Noli and Sir Gerald. Dahil siguro po ngayon they've shown that they have the pieces to make a deep playoff run. But siguro po we don't know just yet if they have that veteran-like, champion-like composure and character to actually win a PBA championship. Pero the signs we're seeing now naman po in the elimination round are more than promising. Nabanggit nyo nga po, 7-1 record, leading the league. And Coach Bonitan isn't also running short po ng talent at his disposal. Kadim Jack, then Arvin, Joshua, Cade. Pero as we always say po in basketball, the playoffs is a different ball game din po talaga altogether. Playing the same team again and again in a best of 7 or a best of 5, I think para it requires po a different kind of maturity, kumbaga, or willpower. And siguro po historically for Northport and even the Global Port franchise back then, they only have 2 semi-final appearances po to their name. And the last one po was in 2019. So siguro nga po a lot has changed mula po nun. But I guess we'll cross the bridge na lang po when we get there or if Northport gets there. But if they do get there po eventually sa finals, and I'll be happy din po to be proven wrong on this one, it will mean 3 things po siguro. One, it will be a statement for the rest of the league. A testament to the team that Northport is growing to be. Na they're more than just a quote-unquote farm team as they've always been labeled. That they can be a competitive championship contender. And siguro po bigger picture-wise, number 3, it will be a very big step forward din po for the PBA to prove na there's more competition today and more higher level teams and players din po that are or that can actively challenge po the usual names po from the SMC and MVP blocks. And I think that will validate po the league's pursuit of parity in the long run if Northport can achieve such a feat po moving forward.
Excellent point. Yeah. Excellent point, partner.
Himay na himay.
Himay na himay.
Himay na himay. Boneless bangus. Walang tinik.
Same ka.
I totally agree. At least, di ba, yung ating kritisismo sa PBA that there is no parity.
Yes.
That would shatter that perception that there is no parity in PBA. And yung kung ang pag-uusapan natin kung aabot sa finals ang Northport, well, I have doubts but I wish that we will see them in the finals.
Yan.
How I wish that it will be a Cinderella finish for them,
Oo,
di ba?
oo.
Para talagang magkakaroon ng ibang putahe
Correct.
ang PBA.
No, I agree. I like that, yung bagong putahe, yung mga sinabi ni JM, eksaktong-sakto. Pero kagaya nga ng produkto, hindi pa tried and tested, hindi pa subok, ika nga. Nandyan na sila pero hindi pa subok kung they can withstand the pressure of the playoffs.
Yes.
And of course, yung elevated game, yung elevated physicality
iba na
sa
kapag
playoffs,
best of
no.
seven,
Iba
na.
'yon eh. So, again, we will see, but as Jera mentioned ng partner ko, gusto ko pong mangyari yan because that's something that will really prove many things as hinimay ni JM. Maraming bagay ang magiging impact kung ang papasok ang Northport sa finals ng PBA. And for that matter, even Converge na ngayon ay nasa second spot at the moment.
And even rain or shine.
Rain or shine na matagal-tagal na rin hindi nakakapanalo ng championship. Alright, let's go to our second item of the morning. Bagamat napakaganda ng pagsisimula ng pagtatapos ng Gilas rather noong 2024, ngayon na medyo nagkaroon tayo ng bagong balita na nakakalungkot. Malabangungot nga, ika nga ang simula sa 2025 dahil nagkaroon ng torn ACL injury ang ating basketball big man na si Kai Soto. So, cash o bash? Sa kabila ng injury ni Kai, kayang malampasan ng Gilas Pilipinas ang kampanya sa FIBA Asia Cup. JM, go!
Cash pa rin po sa akin, Noli and Sir Jera. Dahil I think po with Coach Tim's Gilas, though, this current version that we're seeing, it isn't built around just a few players.
Yeah.
Parang it's not the type of system that will adjust to a certain player or a certain star. May emphasis po talaga si Coach Tim on cohesion and I think that's why Coach Tim is also very keen to keep that Gilas pool as tight and compact. And as much as possible, not throwing in too many names po, not really, kumbaga, insisting on a big player pool. Although it's really unfortunate po that Kai went down the way he did with that injury and hopefully he has a speedy recovery. I think there is an available option po for Gilas still to have that kind of player. Well, not exactly like him, but at least traces of him po in terms of size and skill that can really boost this Gilas team and still make it that championship contender, hopefully, in the FIBA Asia Cup. And I think that could be Quentin Miliora Brown of UP. He just played one season pa lang po, his one and only season in UP. He won a championship, played a very big role in that championship run. And there's been a lot of talks na rin po about considering him to be that Kai Soto replacement sa Gilas lineup. Well, unfortunately po at the time, ang dream sana is to have two of them maybe in the pool. But now that Kai's out for an indefinite period, I think having QMB could still keep that Gilas score and could make them contenders pa rin po in the FIBA Asia Cup. Well, winning po the tournament itself, medyo long shot pa rin po, but after a very promising and encouraging 2024 that we had, I think that one final piece can complete Gilas' run to the Asian Championship or to the Asia Cup, hopefully po. So, still very optimistic po that Gilas can get the job done.
I love your optimism, JM. And yan ang dapat na meron tayo. Pampalakas loob.
Kung kanina, boneless bangus.
Oh, ngayon?
Crispy tawilis.
Yan.
Lahat kakainin mo kasama tinik. Kompleto.
Nagugutom tuloy ako nito eh.
Actually, no, tama yung sinabi ni JM. Na talagang the Gilas team right now is not centered on one player or one superstar. In the same manner, matatandaan mo, partner, yung kausap natin dati dito si Coach Tim ko, di ba? Tinanong natin, possibility kung ibabalik natin si Clarkson. Hindi siya masyado, diba? Hindi siya masyado mainit
hindi
sa
siya mainit doon,
dahil mangyayari lahat pupunta kay
kay Clarkson.
Kay Clarkson eh. So I think the Philippines, the Gilas Pilipinas will still have a very competitive chance of qualifying in the FIBA Asia World Cup.
Well, alam niyo po, yung Kai Soto, iba yun. Iba talaga. His skill set is different as a big man. 7'3", na ang ganda sa depensa. Of course, ang ganda ng timing. Alam na natin yan. But given na yan. But now his shooting has tremendously improved.
Yeah.
He's now becoming a more consistent stretch 5 na tumitira ng tres. QMB may be as athletic, pero yung range ni QMB hindi kagaya ni Kai Soto. So again, malaking kawalan si Kai. But because of the trust we have on the system ni Tim Cone, I think that's what's giving us optimism.
Yes.
I have my of course own perceptions about how Tim will make these changes, pero ako I believe that bagamat nalungkot din si Tim Cone na he was, sabi nga ang reports, is heartbroken. Malaking bagay talaga, but still let's trust him, and matagal pa naman ang adjustment period at malalaman natin niya sa Pebrero sa window pag nakalaban muli natin ang New Zealand kung anong impact ng pagkawala ni Kai Soto. Alright, let's go to our third and final COB matter. All set na ang paglalaro ni another collegiate player na napakagaling, Kevin Kiambao, KQ, para sa Goyang Sono pagkatapos ng collegiate career niya sa DLSU ngayong taon na to. Cash o bash? Kasi marami nagsasabi, sana naglaro muna sa PBA, sana naglaro muna locally, or isa pang taon sa Lasal. Cash o bash? Tama ang desisyon ni KQ na maglaro sa Korean Basketball League. Go, JM!
Cash po sa akin, Noli Sir Jera, dahil sa konteksto po ng UAAP, parang kumpleto na po yung mission niya doon. Even in 2 years, he's done everything for Lasal, win a championship, return to the finals, and individually po, finals MVP. Kumbaga po, parang siguro pwedeng sabihin overqualified na din po siya halos sa UAAP ngayon or sa collegiate level. He's a generational talent for one, and although option nga rin po siguro na he could have stayed put at least in the country for a PBA stint maybe, siguro po yung talent niya or the potential that he has po can be further, kumbaga polished pa po or enhanced internationally. And that has been a trend po as of late nga po na even more Filipino players, even veteran players are taking their talents to Korea or Japan or overseas po to really get that international exposure din po to, kumbaga, make them better. And for Kevin nga po, binanggit niya na he has an NBA dream. Nandun po yun na long-term target niya, and playing in Korea will definitely help him in that pursuit. And siguro po, on non-basketball related, he's also a family man na din. Late in the UAP season, so may anak na po siya, may family. So siguro on that financial side of things, it will also help for him to play abroad. And siguro po for Lasal naman, they have already reserved so many great pieces to work with for the future. Kumbaga, parang ready na po yung Lasal for a future without Kevin Kiambao. Coming in next year, Kian Baclaan, Jacob Cortez, Mason Amos. So, nandun na po yung abundance of talent. And I think for Kevin, he acknowledges that fact din po na ready na tong team na to to, kumbaga, continue what he started the last few years. And nakita ko rin po kanina na one of Goyang Sono's key players in the same position as Kevin was injured po and will be sidelined indefinitely. So that will also give Kevin great opportunity to have a lot of minutes din po agad in his rookie year with Goyang and in the KBL. So hopefully for him and JD Kagulangan as well, and for the rest of the players playing Korea and Japan, they continue to get that minutes, to get that exposure. And I think altogether that will be very helpful din po for Philippine basketball to see that we are able to produce talent that can be at par or even greater than the international talents out there. So win-win po, I think, for Kevin, for Philippine basketball.
Wow, win-win. Baka sabihin mo naman crispy pata, boneless crispy pata to. Ano na to?
Boneless bangus. Diba? Himay na himay. Crispy tawilis. Ito, rellenong bangus. Ketchup na lang ang ilalagay mo. Tapos na ang usapan.
Magaling kasing kusinero to eh.
Very well said, JM. Dahil unang-una, di ba, nothing to prove na si KQ. And katulad ng sinabi ni JM kanina, may pamilya na siya. Now, the offer of this Korean basketball team, no, itong Goyang, it's almost 30 million pesos eh.
Wow.
Diba?
Oo.
If you will convert it into, saan niya makikita yan?
Oo.
Saan niya makukuha
Saan niya kikitain yan dito?
Saan niya kikitain dito?
At in his first year.
In his first year. Kaya,
tama.
bihira lang yung mga opportunities na dumaan sa buhay ng isang basketball player.
Tama yan.
So, he better grab it.
Tama yan.
Diba? At saka, and lastly, diba, just like a few years ago, ang SBP had this reservation. Pati tayo, di ba? Yung sinasabi natin brain drain na umaalis yung mga talented players natin going to
abroad
to play. Pero ngayon, para ng Voltes 5 eh. Sasabihin lang, let's bolt in, magpupuntahan sila, magbabalikan. So, I don't think it would ruin our program sa Gilas program.
Yung fear na yun nawala na.
Nawala na yung
because of what has been proven na nakukuha naman natin sila. Of course, sayang at we don't see them actually every day playing dito locally. But it's sabi nga ni JM, it's good for Philippine basketball. We've seen that with Carl Tamayo, we've seen that with other players, Dwight Ramos, etc., AJ Edu, Kai Soto, na bumabalik sila and they're better players. So bagamat nami-miss natin sila locally, it's still good for Philippine basketball. So, cash, and cash. Maraming salamat, JM, for the time you gave us today. Happy New Year, and we hope to see more of you in 2025 dito sa Power and Play.
Thank you! Maraming salamat po, Noli, Sir Vera.
Thank you very much.
Alright, mga kaibigan, si John Mark Garcia ng Spin.ph. Again, napakagaling manghimay ng ano ito.
Nagutom ako.
Pwede itong kusinero din. Alright, bago po tayo mag-break, isa muna pong pagsilip sa ating mga pop culture at viral video sa mundo ng palakasan sa Stop and Pop. Ang title po ng video natin ay Chinese Garter Queen. Aba?
Naglalaro ko dati dyan.
Naglalaro ko dyan. Na-ACL din ako kaya sa Chinese Garter. Tingnan po natin itong video ito, ha. Tingnan niyo po si ate, ha, na ang spotlight ay Chinese Garter. Ito yung nasa intramurals lamang. Panoorin natin. Let's roll the video. Mas pataas yung garter dito. Makikita nyo, ha. Mas mataas pa yung garter kaysa dun sa tatalon. Wala ba? Naipit pa tayo? Yung ating video. Mike? Lang, kinu-cue pa eh. Dahil tinataas pa uli yung garter eh. Ito po yung papakita nating Stop and Pop. Medyo gusto mo mag-break muna. Mike. Sige, break muna natin. Pakita natin sa ating pagbabalik. Babalik po kami with more of Power and Play. Atin sa inyo ng Cherry Loom, Cherry Tigo at ng Joyride. Ang oras po natin 9:10 ng umaga.
To be a voice of my generation, to inspire resilience in the face of roadblocks. And in sharing my stories, I let others share in my passion.
Follow Kai Stories on Twitter and share yours. With Smart Double Giga Stories. Share 2 times the passion with 2 gigabytes for Twitter and more. Guaranteed every day, plus data for all sites.
Simple, smart ako.
True FM
on 105.9. Dito tayo sa totoo.
Prepare delightful dishes every time with Technogas Technique appliances. Experience excellent cooking results with Technogas Technique's premium selection of cooking ranges, range hoods, built-in hobs, ovens, and kitchen appliances. Technogas Technique combines elegance, functionality, safety, and durability to enhance your skills and passion for cooking. Make Technogas Technique your cooking partner and fill your kitchen with appliances made to last. That's the Technogas Technique. Fuji Denso believes that appliances are long-term investments.
bossing! Baka naman kasi hindi matibay yung ginamit nyo. Dapat ang gamitin mo ay Cherry Loom, ang yerong aluminum. Basta yero, Cherry Loom. Tibay protektado sa pangmatagalang yero.
Mas pinalawig, mas pinaghandaan, mas pinasaya, mas aabangan, mas pinalakas na puwersa sa radyo. Rinig na rinig at malinaw na mapapanood on air at online. Saan man may Pilipino, sa buong bansa, sa buong mundo. Ito ang True FM sa 105.9. Dito tayo sa totoo. Simulcast sa True TV sa Signal Channel 19. True FM
On 105.9. Dito tayo sa totoo.
Power and Play with Noli, Eala.
Good morning mga kapatid, sa inyo pong lahat na nakikinig sa atin all over the Philippines and of course kung saan man dako kayo ng mundo sa pamamagitan ng aming Facebook Live. Kamusta po kayong lahat? Again, bago po tayo magpatuloy, gusto namin magpasalamat po sa lahat ng patuloy ding sumusuporta po at nagtataguyod ng Power and Play now on our 7th year. Gusto ko po magpasalamat of course sa Cherry Loom, ang yerong may aluminum sa ganitong malamig ang panahon, minsan umiinit. Kailangan po natin ng matibay at protektadong bubong. Dapat ang bubong ay yerong may aluminum. Kapag may aluminum tsak na pang matagalan. At isa lang ang alam kong kalidad na yerong may aluminum, yan ang Cherry Loom, tibay protektado sa pang matagalang yero. Cherry Loom, ang yerong may aluminum. Cherry Tigo, if you're on the lookout for an eco-friendly and comfortable drive, Cherry Tigo 5X Pro Hybrid Crossover and Tigo 7 Pro Hybrid SUV are great options for you. The Cherry Tigo 5X Pro Hybrid and Tigo 7 Pro Hybrid are powered by a 1.5 turbocharged engine, powers that give you a faster and smoother drive wherever you go. Since it's also a hybrid vehicle, these vehicles are supported by a dedicated battery to boost engine performance and maximize fuel economy. The Cherry Tigo 5X Pro Hybrid and Tigo 7 Pro Hybrid are equipped by Apple CarPlay and Android Auto for seamless connectivity. And to give you a convenient and hassle-free experience in carrying your bags and luggage into the trunk, the Tigo 7 Pro Hybrid has powered tailgate to assist you. The Cherry Tigo 5X Pro Hybrid Crossover and Tigo 7 Pro Hybrid SUV are definitely the perfect ride for you and your family. For more information, visit your nearest Cherry showroom or check out Cherry Auto Philippines on Facebook at Cherry Auto Philippines.
Thank you!
Joyride, ang inyong bagong kasundo. No more waiting na sa Joyride QR Code Instant Booking. Parahin lang ang Joyride MC Taxi Driver at i-generate ang QR Code sa Joyride Super App. Ipascan ito sa driver para match agad. And sa Joyride Super Taxi Hatid Airport Service, wala nang hassle sa pagpunta sa airport para sa inyong flight. Pre-book a ride to the airport from 2 weeks to 24 hours prior to your departure. Fill out the pre-booking form or scan the QR code to fill out the pre-booking form. For inquiries, you may call Joyride Super Taxi Hatid Airport Hotline at 0920-948-6550 from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday to Saturday.
Thank you!
717 Deli, serving quality classic premium sandwiches. Treat yourself to a feel-good meal today. Located at the 3rd floor, 53 Connecticut Street, Green Hills, San Juan. 717 Deli, keep you smiling with every bite.
Thank you!
Skin, your face and body anti-aging center with branches at Alabang Town Center and Green Hills, San Juan. For your skin assessment and treatment schedule, please call 0917-890-1640 or 0977-809-8886.
Thank you!
Smart, live more today.
Thank you!
Rudy Project Shades, get ready for a game-changing partnership. We proudly welcome Rudy Project, your go-to for premium sports eyewear and gear. Elevate your performance and style with Rudy Project.
Thank you!
Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat mga kapatid, sa inyong patuloy pong pagsuporta sa Power and Play.
Meron rin pala akong gustong batiin.
Yes, partner.
Ang isa sa pinakamagaling na doktor sa lugar ng Lipa City.
Aba.
Si Dr. Toby Nicanor.
Uy.
Nanonood sa programa natin ngayon ng taga Lipa Medics. At yan sinabi, nag-text sa akin. Sabihin lang kung gusto natin maglaro sa Malarayat.
Pwede.
Sagot niya.
Yeah. Thank you, Doc.
Thank you. Maraming salamat, Doc.
Maraming salamat, Doc. Magandang programa din yan, siyempre. Alright, mga kapatid. At this point, pinag-uusapan natin po doktor. Ito susunod nating guest, hindi po doktor. Pero siya ang nag-aayos ng maraming bagay, lalong-lalo na, yung mga patungkol po sa sports at sa turismo. Kaya napakahalaga. But of course, kakamustahin po natin new beginnings, of course, sa mga bagay na hinahawakan niya. Ating pong kasama ngayon na bisita ang Pangulo ng Philippine Rowing Association, si Mr. Pato, si Patrick Pato Gregorio. Partner, brother,
yes,
magandang umaga, Pato.
Magandang umaga. Nandito tayo ngayon sa isang napakalamig na lugar at ang tawag dito ay Baguio City.
Yeah, kaya nga mukhang nag-aalmusal ka pa at maganda ang background mo Ha?
Siyempre, guest mo ko. Ako pa mismo humanap ng anggulo. Nandito po tayo sa Manor Hotel sa Baguio.
Yan. Alam mo, lately, siyempre, mamaya pag-uusapan natin yung involvement ng MVP group at ikaw ay naatasan na naman. Ika nga, dakilang utusan ito aking kapatid na to, si Pato. Pero mamaya pag-usapan natin. But before that, Pato, I wanna ask you about PRA. Kamusta ang ano ba assessment ng Pangulo ng Rowing Association sa performance ng ating mga rowers noong 2024 muna?
Sana doon sa Olympics.
Talagang maraming salamat sa opportunity to be given yung mga viewers natin ng update sa Philippine Rowing, no? Alam niyo po, 2024 Olympic season natin yan. And for the first time sa history ng rowing sa Pilipinas, meron tayong si Joanny Delgaco na nag-compete sa Paris, no? And commendable, no, ang kanyang performance dahil siya po ay naging top 5 sa Asia at naging top 20 sa world considering it's her first time. And unang-unang ang babae na nag-represent sa Pilipinas. So, ako bilang Pangulo ng PRA, Noli, masayang-masaya ako kasi in my first stint, 4 years kasi ang stint mo as a NSA president, kami po ay nakapag back-to-back na Olympian after a 20-year absence. No? Kasi ang huling Olympian natin dyan, si Benji Tolentino. So from Ed Mayrina, 1988 Seoul, Benji Tolentino, 2000 Sydney. Ang sumunod po niyan yung Tokyo, Chris Nevares. And then sumunod kagad si Joanny. So right now, we're preparing for the Southeast Asian Games. Yan ang tutuunan natin ng pansin.
Okay.
Tinitingnan ko rin, ito siguro magandang update ito. Kasi katulad ng ibang sport ng volleyball at basketball na nagkaroon ng bagong sport sa Olympics, sa 2028 po sa Los Angeles, meron ng bagong sport ang rowing. Ang tawag po rito ay beach sprint. Ang beach sprint po ay hindi na ito yung sa lake na yung tubig mo ay walang alon. Ito ay sa dagat na. So, beach sprint means takbo kayo sa beach.
Okay.
Takbo kayo sa beach, sakay kayo sa boat, tapos unahan kayo, tapos takbo uli kayo sa beach. Parang yan yung transformation nila. Kumbaga,
Pang-ilang tao yan?
Merong single, merong double.
Okay.
So, ang gusto kong parang teaser sa mga nakikinig sa atin is that nakadalawang balik na po ako sa Siargao, Noli. Wag ka naman magsasmile. Siyempre, narinig mo, bakit iniisip mo, nag-i-enjoy na naman tayo ron.
Ano ba nga ba?
Ano ba naman ang Siargao?
Ano ba naman,
Pero sa totoo lang, aside from napakagandang lugar naman ng Siargao, pero alam natin yung kanilang Dragon Boat team. Yung Siargao Dragons na isa ngayon sa pinakamagaling sa Pilipinas. And considering na parang less than 2 years pa lang sila.
Okay.
So nung pinuntahan ko sila, nakita ko, alam ko kung bakit sila magaling. Dahil unang-una, yung mga fisherman sa Siargao, sa umaga lang. Sa hapon, they teach surfing. So they are fisherman athletes.
Okay.
No? So nung tinitingnan ko yung paano maging magaling sa beach sprint, sabi ko dapat yung Beach Sprint Academy ng Philippine Rowing sa Siargao. Hindi takot sa alon eh.
Tama.
Hindi
Ang lalaki pa
takot
naman ng
sa
alon doon.
Ang lalaki pa ng alon.
Oo.
So excited ako that in the next 1 or 2 months, we will launch the Open Academy of Rowing in Siargao for beach sprint.
Maganda
Yan ang update ko dyan, Noli. So pag nagawa ko yan, imbitahan ko kayo na pumunta sa Siargao. Pero magtatrabaho tayo ron, ha?
Hindi alam mo naman tayo, laging gano'n, 90% ng trabaho, 10% lamang ang kumbaga recreation. Diba?
Yes, tama
okay,
po.
si partner Jera, yan, mahilig magtrabaho yan.
Boss
Yes, Sir
Pato,
Jera,
no?
kamusta po?
This is Jera season. If I may add, no? Yan sinabi ninyong bagong sports sa rowing, there is a very big wealth of talent sa Pilipinas, not just in Siargao, di ba? Sa La Union, sa Pangasinan, sa Visayas, dahil lahat yan, bago magpumalaot, nilalabanan niya malalaking alon eh.
Tama yan.
Yung mga iba, nakakatig lang, walang bricks and strato na hihilahin na motor eh. Kaya
Totoo po yun. Totoo yun. Kaya ako sabi ko nga, mukhang bagay na bagay itong sport na to para sa mga Pilipino. So, ang ginawa po natin ay nakipag-tie up po tayo sa Dragon Boat Federation para yung mga tao, yung mga atleta nila na nasa Dragon Boat, mag-cross training lang para sa beach sprint rowing kasi pareho lang naman yan. Pareho lang naman yung skill set na yan.
Pwede natin
yan po ang update ko.
Pwede natin subukan yan na Pato mula sa Sambales papunta sa Baho Masinloc. Pabalik. Wag lang tayong habulin ng mga Chinese Coast Guard.
Yan. Alam mo nung araw, niloloko ko ni Pato dahil nagda-dragon boat ako. Ang lagi niya sinasabi, ako daw yung, nagda-dragon boat daw ako, pero ako daw yung taga-tambol. Bihira ito.
Kaya masakit yung alam mo.
Masakit yung aking kakatambol na gano'n eh. Alright, Mr. Gregorio, gusto ko lang pong napabalita ito. Medyo puntahan naman natin ibang topic. Na nagtataka ako kung bakit yung rowing ay nasa Baguio na. Hindi ko alam na kung meron lake dyan. Pero kidding aside, napabalita po na ang MVP group ay ngayon ang nabigyan ng pagkakataon o at least ng obligasyon, responsibilidad na mag-take over po dyan sa Camp John Hay. Yung mga properties po dyan. Unang-una, kwento nyo nga ho, paano ba na-involve ang MVP group dito po sa Camp John Hay Development na ngayon ay nailipat na po sa BCDA?
Yeah, thank you, Noli. Ganito po yan, nung August-September ng 2024, may final ruling po yung Supreme Court na final and executory na ang Camp John Hay ay ibabalik na sa Bases Conversion and Development Authority, BCDA. At nung mga panahon po na yon, alam naman po natin na ang BCDA ay kapartner talaga yan ng MVP Group sa mga SCTEC, sa mga tollways. So kami po ay nag-reach out sa kanila. Ako po ay nag-reach out sa kanila at sinabi ko, paano po kami makakatulong sa transition at interim management ng Camp John Hay dahil mahirap pong trabaho yan at hindi po madali yan kasi Noli, hindi mo naman pwedeng to make over at sasarahan mo yung hotel. Kailangan seamless, kailangan parang walang nangyari. So the last 6 months, yan po ay dinahandahan namin na pag-aral, pag-analyze kung paano magiging seamless yung transition para naman makatulong kami kahit papano sa interim management ng mga hotels at kasama po dyan actually, although ibang grupo lang nag-take over, yung kasama dyan yung golf, yung John Hay Golf. So ito po, since December 27, hindi na ako nakauwi sa Maynila just to make sure na
Diyan ka na nag-New Year.
Opo, dito na. Tapos umuwi lang yung pamilya ko after New Year. So kahit pa paano, the last 3-4 days, smooth naman yung transition. And I think we can help BCDA in transforming and redeveloping John Hay as a sports and tourism destination. Maraming Noli, maraming opportunities from golf to cycling Kausap ko nga po si kaibigan natin sila June Lumibaw nung isang araw at yung bagong presidente ng Tollways na si Ari Perez na sabi ko, baka gusto nyo ng pag-aralan, ibalik na natin yung Tour of Luzon. At nandito na sa Baguio yan, King of the Mountain, ganyan. Tapos yung golf. So, yan po yun yung focus. Alam niyo mo naman yan yung Noli, na ang background ko aside from sports is really tourism.
Of course.
And talagang natutuwa ako na if this is done properly, then we can develop a lot of exciting sports events in the city of Pine.
Isang question lang, Pato. I'm curious lang. Ito ba ay yung pagkuha ninyo ng itong kontrata o whatever is the agreement with the BCDA? Ito ba ay negotiated? Ito ay binigay sa inyo ng BCDA? Paano ba naging dito? Meron ba itong bidding? Ano bang proseso to?
Ano po ito, Noli, no? Maraming nagka-interest. And maraming nag-inquire. Kami po, ang in-offer namin is interim lang. 1 year, maximum of 2 years. At meron pong pagka-explica sa akin ng mga board at kaibigan natin sa BCDA that if it is in the interim during a transition, there is no need for a bidding.
Ayun.
So kasi po interim lang. Now, in the next 2 years, bubuksan po yan for a bidding process para kung sinong interesado. Pero ang maganda po rito, and let me clarify this, ang dati po kasing sistema sa Janhay ay under DevCo lang po siya. Everything is under DevCo. Ngayon po ang Janhay, it is now open to everyone. All locators, all businesses, all they have to do is contact the BCDA. So hindi po ito buong MVP group exclusive for Camp Janhay. Hindi po. Yan ang magandang paliwanag po dyan.
Yeah. That's good to clarify. Pero speaking of that kind of arrangement, yung interim, 1 to 2 years maximum, ano ang plano ng LANCO within this 2-year period? Palagay nyo ba that is enough to develop such a premium lot or property in Baguio?
Hindi po. Sa amin, one step at a time, one good deed or gesture at a time. Ito pong 2 years na to, during a transition phase, sapat na panahon na yan para ma-improve at baguhin natin yung dapat baguhin. But at the same time, I would like to believe that the MVP group na LANCO nga po, ay sasama rin po yan sa long-term lease ng Baguio, specifically for the tourism and maybe the sports component.
Oo nga.
Ang importante po kasi rito, as we speak, meron rin po kasi kaming project outside of Baguio, dyan sa may Balakbak, na gusto rin namin i-develop as a tourism estate. Wherein, alam naman po natin na isa sa pinaka-problema ng mga turista at even golfers dito sa Baguio ay ang hotel, laging puno. So si Chairman Pangilinan po ay halos tapos na ang plano to build a 200-room deluxe hotel just a few kilometers away from the Cannon Road. So halos patapos na po kami dyan. So ang tingin talaga namin dyan is yung redevelopment of Baguio. That includes yung sa Tollways group naman po namin, if allow me to explain this, konting segue lang. Kami rin po ay nag-offer ng unsolicited bid to help Baguio City dun sa traffic management.
Yeah.
Kasi alam po natin yan, kaya ayaw nyo nga pumunta sa Baguio. Walang maparkingan, grabe ang traffic.
Grabe ang traffic,
So lahat po yan, integrated po yung approach natin to really develop Baguio City and Camp Janhay. Yes po.
Sir Pato, paano naman yung golf? Yan, pag-usapan natin dahil marami yung interesado dyan ng mga golfers na hindi lang weekend, pati yung mga naglalaro halimbawa sa Phil-Am na the world's oldest amateur tournament. Kasama po dyan ang Camp Janhay Golf Course, no? Ano po ang plano ng transition group para sa Camp Janhay Golf?
Oo, narinig ko nga yung usapan nyo kanina na yung malarayat Kaya siguro dapat sa madaling panahon pumunta rin kayong dalawa.
Hindi naman kami mahirap imbitahin kahit na mga kahit isang weekend, di kami mahirap imbitahin, sir. Kami pa. Kahit ma-traffic.
Kaya namin ayusin ang appointment namin para dyan.
Mabuti naman po, alam kong busy kayo, pero talagay ko this is an invitation you can't resist. Ganito po yun, no? Ang isa sa pinakamahirap na transition is yung golf club sa Tahnai. And ang nangyari po dyan is it is under the BCDA. The interim management is under BCDA. Ang head po dyan is Vice President Mark Torres at ang CEO po ng Camp Tahnai si Attorney Marlo Cuadra. Ang ginawa po nila ay nag-assign po sila ng interim maintenance group and marketing group. Interim lang po, maximum of 1 year. Maximum of 1 year. At ang head po rito ay si Ginoong Bong Arguelles na siya rin ang kumpanya, GMI, PMI, na nagmamanage ng mga Eala golf courses. So sila po ay very professional. Eala golf courses, Alviera, Novali driving range, etc. Sila po ngayon ang tumulong sa BCDA para maging seamless yung transition. Kasi po, I'm sure nabasa nyo na ang Tahnai Golf Club ngayon ay hindi na po siya pribado. Yeah. Ito po ay open na sa public. Kaya po grabe ang aming inquiry at excited po kami kasi we can now develop yung mga play and stay or stay and play packages para yung mga gusto maglaro ay may pag nag-book ay may hotel na at meron ng tea time. Hindi na po mahirapan. Opo. So yan po ang isa sa magandang development ng Camp Tahnai during this interim phase. And I think our golfers, our tourists will really find it exciting.
All right. Well, before I let you go, I know, Pato, that you have a lot of work na gagawin dyan. Meron bang chance na magkaroon ng isang sports complex sa loob ng Tahnai? Dahil alam naman natin, sa dami ng gusto maglaro, basketball, PBA, hindi makapunta dyan, hindi makapunta ang volleyball dyan dahil wala tayong facility dyan na maganda. Meron ba kayong plano dyan?
If I remember it right, during the time na occupied pa yan ng mga Amerikano, may magandang sports facility dyan sa loob ng Tahnai.
Yun nga kaya gusto nilang ibalik yun. Ano ba?
Ano ba status nun na boss pa to?
Ano po yan, Sir Jera, Noli, yung tanong nyo ay 101% perfect, correct, tama, at kasama sa vision natin. Dapat po, kasi Noli, natatandaan mo, nung tayo gumagawa ng mga all-star, napakaliit ng kanilang basketball coliseum. At wala ng ibang sports na pwedeng i-host. So kasama po yan sa development plans na maaari nating magawa sa Baguio, sa Tahnai, sa tulong at kooperasyon ng ating BCDA. So, kasama po talaga yung development na yun.
Good news.
Well, we're looking forward to so many plans there, Boss Pato, and we look forward na talaga maayos ang transition, seamless, walang mawalan na ng trabaho, tuloy-tuloy ang business, ang reservation, ang mga facilities. And of course, kami po ay libre ni Partner Jera na umakyat para malaman namin kung talagang tama yung mga sinasabi mo.
Actually, Boss Pato, hindi naman kami nagmamadali, pero pagkatapos itong program na to, hindi, bibili muna tayo na sweater.
Ng sweater. Malamig, nakikita natin si Partner, naka-sweater.
Malamig. So abangan ko po kayo at planuhin natin dito at bakit hindi kayo gumawa ng show dito at dito natin gawin para
nandun kami sa kuha nyo na kami ng 3 room, pwede na dyan.
Sige po, ayusin natin. Maganda yan.
Partner, salamat pa to. Thank you so much. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Salamat po.
Mga kaibigan, ang Pangulo ng PRA, ang head din ng Lanco Ventures Lifestyle, and of course, ang isa miyembro ng transition team para yan pong pag-aayos ng Camp John Hay, Mr. Patrick Pato Gregorio.
Ako naman
maganda yan, magandang usapan yan.
Hindi naman sa, yung, MVP group yan eh.
Oo.
LAN ko yan eh.
Yes.
Parang hindi naman parang fly-by-night o nag-experiment
Correct,
yung grupo
correct.
yan.
Oo.
Para ayusin
May
yan.
experience.
May experience.
May muscle.
May muscle.
Oo,
may finances.
financial.
Kaya ako palagay ko maganda naman ang mangyayari within the next 2 years.
That's right.
Sa John Hay.
Oo. Well, mag-aabangan po natin yan mga kapatid. Alright, at this point, tuloy-tuloy po tayo sa ating mga bisita. And we have come to our final pero bago yan, gusto ko lang pong magbigay ng isang announcement sa ngalan po ng aming grupo, yung Batch 1980 ng Lasal Green Hills. Kami po ay magkakaroon, or ang Batch 1980 is hosting the first ever LSGH Masters, the Interbatch Senior Golf Classic, dyan po sa The Country Club sa Canlubang, Laguna. Sa Lunes po yan, Monday. King of the Greens, tatanda ka rin. Para po sa mga seniors to. Hatid po of course ng San Miguel Corporation as our presenter. Marami po salamat, Boss RSA, sa inyo pong suporta. And of course, in cooperation with CWC Interiors at ng Joyride Philippines. Thank you so much kay Fred Yuson and of course sa buong Joyride family. Gusto ko rin po magpasalamat sa Get Go, ang aming hole-in-one sponsor. Ang isa pa naming hole-in-one sponsor ay ang Bike Motors. Yung napakagandang sasakyan, yung X55 na sedan nila, ang aming ipipremyo sa hole-in-one. And of course, we'd like to thank ang lahat po ng nagtaguyod nitong project na ito for the benefit of the Santo Niño de Malolos Foundation. Ang Cherry Loom, maraming salamat kay partner Elmer Ngo. Ang Philippine Star, ang Unilab, yung pong Philippine Plumbing Corporation, Meralco of course. Maraming salamat kay Boss Joe Saldarriaga, Eisen Corporation, yung Fundador, Grand Alliance, Smart Sports kay partner Jude Torquato, Shakey's Pizza ni Mr. Vic Gregorio, Congressman Edwin Olivares, Dennis Pineda Construction Incorporated, Regrow, Philippine Star at ang Rudy Project. Marami pong salamat sa lahat ng tumulong para po itanghal ito. Monday po muli lahat po ng mga senior golfers ng Lasal Green Hills magkikita-kita po dyan sa The Country Club. Thank you so much sa lahat po ng mga tumulong para mangyari yan. Partner, Jenna, salamat sa tulong na Meralco.
Oo naman, pero alam mo, di ba, first ninyo yan. First ninyo yan, di ba? Tsaka wala, small time lang. The Country Club. Small time.
Susunod nito next year, Camp John Hay.
Yun.
Camp John Hay na kami. Nakikinig pa si Pato. Alright, at this point, sa ating pong huling panauhin, itampok po natin ang women's football sa In the Spotlight. Siya po ang naging kapitan ng Filipinas. Doon po sa kanyang matagal na pagsisilbi sa women's football. Last appeared for the Filipinas last April in a friendly against Korea. Siya po ay merong 43 caps, 14 goals, and kasama po siya dun sa FIFA Women's World Cup noong 2023 and of course the 2022 AFF Women's Championship in Manila. At kasama po natin ngayon ang nagretiro na membro ng Filipinas, our Women's National Football Team. Walang iba kundi si Tahnai Annis. Good morning. Thank you so much, Tahnai, for joining us today.
Hi. Great to be here. Thank you for having me.
Well, first of all, congratulations on a wonderful career and for serving the national team. Why did you finally decide to hang up your sneakers, so to speak?
Oh, well, I've only been playing football now for about 17 or 27 years. Oh. Sorry. So my body was definitely telling me that it was time to hang up the boots. As well as I think my mind and my heart finally felt that, I definitely did everything that I wanted to do with my football career, and it just seemed like now was kind of the time where everything was kind of in alignment, and I felt peace with walking away from the game.
You joined the Filipinas as early as 2018 and even maybe a little earlier than that. How much have you seen the program grown, especially it being highlighted by that victory in the Women's World Cup?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a completely different organization. It's a total 180, and it's been really, really amazing to be a part of kind of both ends of that, to see how much it has progressed over the years, and I'm just really grateful that I was able to be a part of it then, and then see the growth all the way till now.
Yeah, Tahnai, I was able to watch your interview with in one of the news program in Channel 5, and reaching past 30s in that kind of a very physical sport, really it will take its toll. I've talked to some of it's a very physical sport. You really use your body and your feet, your legs, everything in order to get that ball, similar to basketball. And most of our players in the PBA, the recuperative stage after getting some body aches, it will take its toll. I think that's what you felt in the past few months when you were still actively playing. Am I right?
Yeah, definitely. I was really lucky to not really have any major injuries over my career.
Yeah.
My knees stayed pretty well, and that's not common in women's football. So I was really thankful for that. But in the end, it was all of the tendonitis just from playing and, just normal wear and tear. So if that's how it was going to go, that's understandable.
Do you have any memorable moments? Well, obviously you have with the Filipinas, but what do you think, if you have one or two most memorable moments with the Filipinas in your stint with the national team?
My top moments, I probably have 3 top moments, and that first one starting with qualifying in the Asian Cup for the World Cup.
Right.
That penalty shootout was insane.
I remember that.
I was fortunate enough to take one of them.
Right.
And so that moment of, getting to take that penalty kick, and then, later our team winning that shootout and qualifying for the World Cup for the first time, was really surreal. So that was definitely a top 3 moment. And then I would say my second one was just representing the Philippines at the World Cup in New Zealand in 2023, and being in that full stadium, and just being surrounded by Filipinos from everywhere.
Yeah. Felt like home.
Feeling that support. Yeah, it felt like a home game. Feeling that amount of support and love for our team, you can't really describe what that's like. And then my first that I have is when we won AFF in 2022 in Manila, in the Philippines at Rizal. Nothing lived up to that moment. We played such a good tournament, and just watching the fan base increase from our first match against Australia, and then seeing how many people were out there to support us in the final match, it was really special. And it was really special to win our first championship, first gold medal ever in front of our home crowd.
Right.
Tahnai, I'm just curious, when you decided to hang up your sneakers or your boots, so to speak, who was the first person in your team whom you discussed this plan, and what was the reaction of the whole team when you
Right.
broke this news to them?
I can't really remember who I told first. I had been talking to for a while, discussing with Mark, kind of back and forth. We had some conversations, and I was also very close with our support staff, so I could have told Belli first. It could have even been one of our physios, Anna Demihilio, that I'm really close with. So I know for a few months I was having conversations with them, and nothing was official, but I had definitely talked about it with them. But once I probably had decided, I could probably say that one of the first people I told was either Haley or Jackie.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, you've been through a few coaches in your career with the Filipinas. Who would you say is the most influential in your career?
Well, we did have earlier on with the Philippines. It was kind of difficult to, really develop a rapport with any of the coaches because we were just cycling through different coaches.
Revolving door. Yes, that's right.
Almost every tournament. So it's been nice over the last years to kind of have a little bit more stability, a little more consistency. But for me, personally, probably most influential has been Mark Tocaso, our head coach now. I was actually, after the World Cup, was kind of toying with the idea of retiring then. And it was Mark really that kind of reeled me back in and, helped me kind of work through that and convinced me to not let it go yet, to start working with him and help him and support the new coaching staff coming in, and just kind of he kind of let me know that me being there was going to be very helpful and valuable in the transition of new coaches and things like that. And so he was able to keep me going a bit longer, and that was really helpful to me. And we've developed a good solid relationship. So
right. Yeah,
Mark.
Yeah, okay, Tahnai. So what's the future for Tahnai?
Yes. Yeah.
Now that you've
what's
retired,
next?
what's next? Will you still be active at the front office of the women's team, or will you go back or go out of the country and do something else? So what's your plan?
Kind of still to be determined. I'm just kind of feeling things out for right now and kind of just soaking up what retirement means for me. But I definitely am still going to be involved with our national team, with our youth teams.
Right.
Hopefully with the under 20s in the upcoming year. They have a big year with matches and tournaments and things like that. So I hope to be involved, especially after I worked with them for their Asian Cup in Indonesia. I really enjoyed that, and I hope to kind of be a consistent person that they have and that they can go to for, whatever they may need. So I hope to continue to work with our youth team, and if I am, still involved with our senior team, it'll be a little more behind the scenes, but I'll be around.
I guess that begs the question, would you consider coaching the national team?
It's a good question.
I know coaching is something that I do enjoy, and it's something that will be there. I don't know if it will be a short-term, near future thing for me. Maybe sometime in the long term, further down the road.
Right. In the meantime, you're just enjoying.
Yeah.
All right. As a parting shot here, Tahnai, I know that it's been a long career. You've also seen so many things, and you've seen the growth, as you had mentioned. You've also seen the victories, as well as the ebbs and tides, the valleys and the peaks. What would you like to see for women's football in the Philippines? Not only this year, but I guess moving forward in the future.
I think after this big boom that we've had over the last few years, there was, a lot of buzz around women's football in the Philippines and things like that. And you saw a lot of exposure, a lot of awareness. People are excited. We've, with all the things that we've done, we've got a lot more funds and financial resources that we can, filter into youth programs and even the development of grassroots within the Philippines. And so I just hope that we don't take our foot off the gas on that.
Yeah.
It'll still be a long time coming. But I don't want that to kind of fall off into the background, just because it's not like a World Cup year, or, maybe there's not as like big of progress or like all these leaps and bounds going, straight up. But, there's sometimes it's 3 steps forward, 1 step back, 2 steps forward, 2 steps back kind of thing. But I just want it to keep moving forward. I want it to still be in the forefront of everyone's minds, and just to continue to get more girls, more women staying in the game, and more people involved, and knowing that, investing in women's football in the Philippines is important, is going to be a positive thing, is going to be a good thing, and is good for business, and is good for everyone around that decides to invest and believe in the team, and just to continue to have that strong support behind the team. I hope to see in the coming years.
Thank you. Well,
said.
We're all well said, and we also look forward to that. In the meantime, enjoy your retirement, Tahnai, and you deserve it.
Yeah.
But we still hope to see you in the football scene in the very near future. Congratulations, and thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much, Tahnai.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Tahnai Annis, ladies and gentlemen, the former captain ng Filipinas in her retirement, and she deserves it, and we certainly wish her all the best. Talagang napakaganda, and hopefully nga magpatuloy ang popularity at ang programa ng football.
Sinabi niya nga talagang yung tendinitis tumama na sa kanya.
Masakit yun.
Masakit yun, mahirap yun.
Alright, bago po tayo magtapos, isa pong announcement lamang sa mga nanalo ng Joyride Top-Up promo. Roselyn Suerte. Suerte mo first year pa lang. Marie Excel Montesilio, Claude Patrick Abad, Jeffrey Batlangao, and Dindi Balayon. Congratulations sa inyo lahat. 1,000 pesos JRP wallets para sa inyo mula sa Joyride. And that'll do it for us this morning sa aming unang pagtatanghal ngayong 2025. Mga kapatid, enjoy 2025 at magsama-sama tayo uli sa Power and Play next week. Lagi po natin sinasabi dito, bawal ang masungit. At sa lahat po ng ating gawain, ad maiorem Dei gloriam, all for the greater glory of God. Kami po ang 1PH Teleserbisyo para sa Pilipino. Susunod na po ang inay ko po.
More power
and more play. Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
Sa kapwa ko Pilipino, ipagmalaki ang galing na meron tayo. Ilantad ang likas nating talento at magdala ng saya sa mundo. Sa harap ng pagsubok ay di susuko, para sa pangarap tayo'y porsigido. Magpakitang gilas na at magpapatalo, ipagdiwang natin ang Pilipino. Yan ang Pinoy. Mula noon at hanggang ngayon, talento natin ang bida. Mula sa simpleng bakuran hanggang entablado natin ipakita. May pagsubok man ng Pinoy, pinalalakas ng saya. San man tayo sa pulot, Sumbay, Sibay, Lakay, Maniga. Sama-samang pakita ang galing na sa kapwa ko Pilipino. Pilipino, yan ang Pinoy.
Power and Play is presented by Cherry Loom, ang yerong may aluminum. Cherry Tigo, there's more to our cars. Joyride, ang bago ninyong kasundo.
Halina't makinig